Take a look at a modern map of the Earth. You see 7 continents, the vast Pacific, the Atlantic, a map that feels fixed, eternal. But what if I told you that the map of Earth you know is not the original? What if the coastlines we inhabit today are merely temporary features, and that forgotten oceans, sometimes covering vast interiors of continents, shaped both the planet's geology and the dawn of human civilization? We're diving into the deep past, where colossal bodies of water vanished, continents merged, and global sea levels fluctuated violently. We will explore the lost oceans, the secret coastlines, and the cryptic maps that suggest our ancestors knew the true, fluid face of our planet. Geological history is filled with epic, vanished oceans. Long before modern humanity, the planet was dominated by water systems that defy our current understanding. Consider Panthalassa, the single, massive global ocean that surrounded the supercontinent Pangaea. When Pangaea broke apart, the Tethys Ocean formed, separating the northern continents, Laurasia, from the southern ones, Gondwana. Today, the Mediterranean Sea is merely a shrunken remnant of the colossal Tethys. We live on the seabed of a former ocean. Even more recently, massive inland seas dominated the continents. For millions of years, the center of North America was split by the western interior Seaway, an ocean that ran from the Gulf of Mexico up to the Arctic. The Sahara Desert, now the definition of dryness, was once covered by the vast paleo-current Lake Chad, a huge body of water whose gradual disappearance radically altered migration paths. The lands where our earliest ancestors walked looked fundamentally different. They were bordered by forgotten, ancient coasts. The geological evidence is clear, but the mystery deepens when we consider human history. When the last ice age ended around 12,000 years ago, global sea levels rose dramatically, perhaps by over 120 meters. This catastrophic flooding submerged vast coastal plains where advanced Stone Age settlements would have logically existed. This rapid flooding led to global flood myths, from the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh to the biblical flood narrative. Could these myths be collective memory, passed down through time, of coastlines that literally sank beneath the waves? Furthermore, some scholars point to underwater archaeological sites around the world, like the submerged structures off the coast of Japan, Yonaguni Monument, or the Bimini structure off the Bahamas, suggesting complex human settlements existed when the ocean was far lower. The people who survived these changes would have carried maps in their minds, maps of a completely different world. The most compelling and controversial evidence comes from Renaissance-era cartography. Consider the Piri Reis Map of 1513. This map, attributed to the Ottoman Admiral Piri Reis, appears to accurately depict the coastline of Antarctica, specifically the Queen Maud Land area, without ice cover. This region has not been ice-free since at least 4000 BC, and possibly not for millions of years. Similarly, the Bosch map seems to show Antarctica as 2 separate landmasses, divided by a waterway, long before this was confirmed by modern seismic surveys. How did 16th century cartographers possess geographical data that should have been utterly inaccessible to them? The theory is compelling. These maps were not created by Renaissance explorers. They were copies, compiled from older, highly accurate source maps created by an advanced, pre-Ice Age civilization, perhaps the legendary Atlantis, which possessed a global understanding of paleogeography. The maps they hid were not created by them, but inherited from a civilization that literally walked the Earth when the oceans were different. The Earth beneath our feet is not the same Earth they once walked. From the vast Tethys Ocean to the accurately mapped, ice-free coastlines of ancient Antarctica, the evidence suggests a history of cataclysmic changes and forgotten knowledge. The scientific data aligns remarkably well with the very myths and maps we have long dismissed as fantasy. The true history of humanity might be written not on stone tablets, but in the lost coastlines hidden deep under today's oceans. What do you think lies under today's oceans? Did an ancient civilization map the world before the Great Floods? Let us know your theories in the comments below. If you want to continue challenging the conventional narrative of history, exploring lost continents, and uncovering the secrets hidden in plain sight, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We'll see you next time as we redraw the map of human history.